the first to know. Nsem-Pii TV.
Now, at the start of this week, the former president John Dramani Mahama edineni echiremo ewo the Ashanti region. Now, on Monday, majority of Ghanaians will recall say the former president Ishia Yepapamo eni nuanom asofo ewo KNUST Great Hall. In fact, a fellowship with the clergy. Yina ye hu nsem e koso yo pambo mo nsem bi on be ye no ho. Na ye betumi a confirm say the former president is still in the Ashanti region. Ene ordinary chiremu one of NDC's strongholds in this region. Ya the Asawasi constituency. Ya member of parliament ya we the Asawasi constituency the Honorable Muntaka Mubarak. Why the Asawasi constituency? It is because it is one particular constituency. Ejadem, Ejano Eswano, when the NDC, led by the national chairman Johnson Asiedu Nketia, decided, say, Omobeye changes in the minority leadership in parliament, which affected an NDC guru like Ångry Muntaka Mubarak. In fact, the NDC supporters in the Asawasi constituency didn't take that decision lightly. Yes, so omuda so ni party no twene den. Emu ba ko ene Yewura Haruna Idrisu ache se honso tamale Southern so jadem den. Now, the supporters of Honorable Muntaka Mubarak is trying say for the elections there, the Honorable Muntaka Mubarak neko, but for the presidential there, on before mo adwene, ye besi ne empanimfo within the NDC entumi solve problem ni and ne Ijano South no bi gidi pa. Now, supporters of Yewura Muntaka Mubarak, omote said the former president John Dramani Mahama ba so asem. Omo se la lie. Enya de ombe pene ne apene kira. Ama the former president omama na kwama na wura party officer was once. Enya sem ketwa o. Video no ha me di akira. Enya sem ketwa. Enti supporters of Yewura Muntaka Mubarak at the party office. A block kwan so mo makwan former president John Dramani Mahama ngro. And supporters of former president John Dramani Mahama so say, "Kian ken, omusu be bie kwan ma na wuram. Ene anya sem ketwa hausa yi namu. Oh, just say enya easy. Chenwo movie. Krik for close to 30 minutes. Now the former president Tigna Bontin, ya ne security police for nya di exam in China wo nya kwan enfamura into the party office. Jadem bubur. Enti yanko ni yanko he video no na afi nkoma ho ne emeto aso.
Wala ai for da gida wa ko so kwa ba Asawasi. Baba ngena asili. Daga kubaro olwa kujara uru olwa. Yara.
Now, according to an article by capitalonline.com, Capital Radio and Capital FM, ye ukumase. Omu chiremwa. Omu ne mabunu no bitwitwe nkomo no. Omu say a deliberate attempt by the NDC executives so mbegu Yewura Muntaka Mubarak ni mwasi. Enu ntina number 1. Minority leadership. Ono ene Yewura Haruna Idrisu. Omu yi omu filimu. Number 2. The NDC and the MPP, members of parliament, you want to say, Omo kai pan ye, bra ye to aba, e want to say, EJs and ministers to the national chairman of the NDC, Johnson Asiedu Nketia, and the general secretary, Fifi Yabikwete, actually letter, edidi Yewura Muntaka tem se oka NDC MP so mo ye traitors ya omo ye the party mai eno so ehwe omo ti omo anka hwe de to so miensa abatu ekoso ye parliamentary premise ekoso wasawasi omo nyante ye se nipa no contest Yewura Muntaka Mubarak no NDC national executives ekota na chi support no financially so omo tu Yewura Muntaka free so. In all this, not a single statement, and Omutidi free, the flag bearer of the party, the former President John Dramani Mahama, condemning Nyoma Air Koso within the confines of the NDC in the executives. Omu yesa Nyoma Nina di Yewura Muntaka Mubarak Nimwasi. It is because Omu, the good people of Asawasi, or Dosun Kwa, Omu Wadema Muntaka Mubarak as one of the long-serving members of Parliament, and Obia. Or the enormous development abred the Asawasi constituency enunti ene momoto abadema anya sa enka that works na the executives of the NDC ye Asawasi na ye very likely say Yewura Muntaka Mubarak ebelusu the Asawasi city ti so ma hunu sa nyoma yi nyina anti nei nyoma e course wo party office no entesu kokko ya omu supporters of Yewura Muntaka Mubarak ya omu so NDC for dia the former president. But almost say can be no say for the parliamentary, they are ever ready to support the cause of the Honorable Muntaka Mubarak to retain his seat as a member of parliament for the Asawasi constituency. But for the presidential, they cannot guarantee the former president to say Asawasi constituency better Obama. Because while my young and Chankunwa also do and above me, I say no 9, no 10. According to Capital Radio.com, where a piece of information will pick it free Mrantia. No, my block kwanya for over 30 minutes. Now the former president Jina form. Now when you kwanya for Asawasi party office. No much they say. Parliamentary the Yewura Muntaka benyamu. Now so presidential they can't guarantee that they are going to vote for the presidential candidate of the NDC in the Asawasi constituency. Interesting times ahead. Very, very interesting times ahead. You heard Yebeko so Asawasi. And it is one of those. The same thing the Mabununa says swine. Our constituency bit says Tamale South. Yeah, you Harun Idris war. Do you ever hear? 7 December 2024 is just around the corner. We've been casting Brodia and she. Never moon Brodia and a share. Yet the Aya can see Bedinico. Until then, the PM Asawasi constituency be out. Yet the Bremo on this same platform. Now I want to from.
Yeah, constitution at describe Article 97. Enti a beton pine. And you call Article 1125 now say, whenever a vacancy occurs in Parliament, the clerk to Parliament shall notify the Electoral Commission in writing within 7 days after the vacancy occurred. So the vacancy can occur by resignation, by death, or by a decision by members of Parliament or the Speaker. Or see, and a by-election shall be held within 30 days after the vacancy occurred.
But since they say it's been a by-election.
Remember, when you go to 6, or say, notwithstanding clause 5 of this article, a by-election shall not be held within 3 months before the holding of a general election. Kwame, my contention is that, based on this, Chairman General,
yeah,
say obi to sa nyama ewo article 97 enunti ebema vacating his seat, within 3 months to general elections nipa no befa no adi. Because the reason why you would declare a seat vacant is that a by-election must follow it for the seat to be replaced. And I made the further argument why it was dangerous what the Speaker was doing, and I'm happy the Supreme Court has made a pronouncement on this. Kwame, there were 275 seat parliament. It is established in law. Yamshishaye ayewo sesia yi no. And say yewo emrahye badwafia wo mododo no ye 275. And among boni na nanka speaker etu no. A Supreme Court atwe no aba no. Aka chen say wafom no. Na nya de di kan nie. I think this is the third or so time why you bibi wo mrahye badwafia wo no a Supreme Court aka say anamo na watu no eye mfonso. Kwame.
Come.
The effect of it was that Parliament shall say on 7th January with 275 seats, no? And January 6, 2025, Sa Parliament no be close with 271 seats.
Which is not what it should be.
Which cannot be. And this law or this constitution does not entertain. Kwame, me mpese masembe worry. Ghana, yemra nimni mranimfo temuafo kunini awagidi pa Ghana Bar Association or expiry and I say or retirement March 30, 1990. And on year send of man Justice J.N.K. Taylor. How many can say? Our hope for the future lies in our building up for ourselves and the generations that will come after us a culture of respect for law and the acquisition of behavioral norms which promote a national approach to the solutions of our problems. The law is reason without passion, and it is therefore preferable to any individual. In that tribute to him whilst he was alive, they compared him to Lord Denning. Now come and tell Lord Denning so. The law should be obeyed, even by the powerful, even by the trade unions. We sit here to carry out the law, to see that the law is obeyed, and that we will do. A subject cannot disregard the law with impunity. To every subject in this land, no matter how powerful, I would use Thomas Fuller's words over 300 years ago, and he was speaking in 1977. Quote, "Be ye ever so high, the law is above you."
The law.
Be ye ever so high, Kwame, the law is above you. Yenyina ye mrano ma, mrano kasa, yemfa ngo brasier, ni do, nyamisuro, eni nuhu kakra, yemfa nchichiri mai.
Kwame meda say.
Ena, esegu yenyina yitiso. Eye ma ye ni nchiri ma.
James Kwabena Bonfair, aka Kabila, and the attending canon. In the meantime, Yakike Komuti and Selena say, I am on a bus, STC bus to Kumasi, and we are listening to Kokroko live. In Tumamuti STC bus from Kumasi and a Pamuti Kokroko. Yes, Senyame, say Kwansu Brebre, on the Munkwasum dream. Now, we take Kokroko.
But because of distance.
No,
okay. Well, I don't know where they are at the moment.
Kwame.
Yes.
Me jabibi wo. Also, your oath of office. President Teki, Vice President Teki, Speaker of Parliament Teki. Who him say one mummy and sanu nyina Speaker friend who number 3, which is indeed so no. Ono kwana ne oath no. E ba the constitution na. Or shall say free uphold. Before he continues with preserve, protect, and defend. President and Vice President, they start with preserve, protect, and defend. Onunkwan started with uphold, just like a judicial oath.
Well, talking about oath, Accra Hearts of Oak. Ain't Mamoti STC Kumasi, Salina Nebusha for me, Chamo, and Kwame, my namesake. Kwame from Grace Inn in Essex, UK. Good morning to you from Accra, also the YouTube group home, and Aminia Van Dyke. Our hot digital online UK. Chairman General, comments from some NDC MPs since the Supreme Court verdict clearly shows Ghanaians made a lot of mistakes on December 7, 2020. Aristotle was not killed. He was jailed for saying the world was round. That is Alfie. Alfie, thanks for the correction. Audition Chairman, the insanity quote is valid. But Chairman, one intelligent head is better than 2 stupid heads. This defeats the saying that 2 heads are better than 1. Audition Jabeng in her show. The whole thing is becoming interesting by the day. The minority depending on the power of the speaker, whilst the majority depended on the power of the Supreme Court. Now the minority is threatening to leave Parliament and their sandals behind. man past man. Francis Brakwa in Kumasi. This 8th Parliament has less than 3 weeks to expire. Well, no, they don't have less than 3 weeks. This Parliament will expire on the 6th of January 2025. Midnight, actually. The real power bearers will decide who the minority is and who the majority is. The Supreme Court has erred. It will come back to haunt us in future. I can't wait to correct the mistake I made in 2020 by voting for JDM. Bob Okele in Burma camp. Okay, you see, you made a mistake in 2020. I argue that the Speaker's decision is not supported by any constitutional provision. The Speaker has no role in the declaration of vacancies in Parliament. The composition of Parliament can only be altered by an election or a by-election. Fantastic word before Sishiasarin. So, we are listening to you from the center of Ghana, Kentampo. Adas 107.7 FM. Good morning to you, Vespa, and all the guys there. You all have a beautiful, beautiful day. And to you at the Beat FM, Sifia so Hello FM in Kumasi. Greetings to Samson Kwame Nyameche and the crew at Hello FM in Kumasi. And of course, Rock FM in Takrade and everywhere else in the world. Alo tipo chobrim.
Kwame.
Yeja.
Enjoy Lord Cromwell. On all the Westminster system in a bay, and I'm over.
Meaning, but you maybe
something. Oh, we the same system as well, no Trinity. Nah. Yeah, Darby, he brought that.
Anya Cromwell over here, Kuna.
You overthrew the monarch.
I'm a bay Kuna.
Before he came. But except that he thought that it was all in the hands of the monarch, and that the commoners must come on board.
And the system now no unity, and then you know, no one is above the law. But Kwame, McCain, and I want to repeat it again. We are overflogging this issue, but Supreme Court and also will make picture very clear to every Ghanaian. There is a sinister motive behind this vacation of 4 parliamentary seats. On your qua.
Nasty then.
Kwame.
Alote.
Yeah.
Mehe.
No matter what happens 7 December. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is going to be the president of Ghana. They know. Yeah, Mawoye nyan on Minya Bakumbakan. I'm no nunya. Yes, sir. Agiprop. Agitation and propaganda.
Agiprop.
Kwame, there is something underneath this decision that has been taken by the Speaker of Parliament.
There's something in the soup.
Yes. There's a devil in it. And that devil is to use the constitution, the parliamentary system, as a bullet to fire the current government. And in one way or the other is to create chaos and anarchy. But the one, young Ghanaians, yeah, we have reasons, and we reason. Adiba, yes, Muntam, yes, Shane, ye baby, Mune, Yamunda, I don't know, yeah, your buckets, yeah. That's where there have been coups in this country and they have never been successful. No matter what it is, you go back to constitutional rule. And the last of the constituency, to them, my President Rawlings again, the last of the coups, and no teleguiding into the future. But we have been so polarized. The next day neighbor party for now, one imagina, MPP, one imagina, and that is why Nsem-Pii the outside voters and then the floating voters want to take a decision to bring a party to power. Now, me there. Yeah, now in there to undermine the Nana Akufo-Addo government. Forgetting there, the Nana Akufo-Addo in about 3 months' time, he is not going to be the president of the Republic of Ghana because in the time also. And see, say create chaos like this. There, you are driving our constitution into a ditch. Then you are not seeking the interest and the welfare of Ghanaians.